Hey, so I thought I'd run you through the OBJ utilities file. I made a few changes to it. I made this method down here, function, not method I guess, uh, but this just takes the file name as the path and the number of vertices and faces, just pointers, so we can set them in this method. And it will run through the file, and down here it'll count every line that has a V and then a space after it, and every line with an F and a space after it, and it'll increment either the vertices or the faces. So that way we can get a count of how many vertices we have and how many faces we have without actually having to count the file manually and put those numbers at the top. And up here at the top, when I actually read the file, I modified it so that it will read it line by line and pick out all of the lines that start with V in a space and all the lines that start with F in a space, and it will add the values into those arrays accordingly, which is nice because one of the files I actually am using, what is it? This guy right here, he has multiple different sections of vertices and faces because it's actually composed of several different objects. So when I exported this from Blender, it separated the vertices and the faces weren't all together because they were separate objects. So the upgraded reading mechanism really helps for this because that way I don't have to worry about rearranging all this stuff to get it to line up correctly. Anyway, so if I run this guy, as you can see, here's two little models that I loaded in. These are actually a few of my experiments from, I don't know, I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago, messing around with Blender, just in some forgotten folder on my computer somewhere. So I decided to dig them up and use them again. So here we go, we have a dinosaur and a flower. And yeah, that's loading meshes. So there we go.